Another piece is I like starting small. Like you will hear me say it again and again and again. And we are not a society that likes to start small. We're a society that likes to do everything fast and big and like lose 30 pounds in 30 days and all of these things. It's not sustainable. You'll hear me say it about diets too. Like diets aren't sustainable. And the reason they're not sustainable is because we're not changing our habit. We're just changing our actions for a short period of time. So if someone was on, the lose 30 pounds in 30 days or whatever it is, well, what happens is that at the end of those 30 days, you haven't really changed anything except that you've been like focused on this one thing that you're trying to do. And usually they don't work. So you want to think about what are some of the small things that you can do that are going to be habits, because willpower doesn't work. We're looking at habits, and habits are such like truthfully, habits are so boring, right? Like, oh, I got to change my habits. But habits are everything, because if you just look at your day from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed, 99% of it is just habits. Like it's the things that we do again and again. Yeah, I mean, there's just like all these habits that make up our day. And if we can pick something, one thing that's going to make a huge difference, and it doesn't even have to be a big thing. It can just be something that makes a big difference. I can give you one of my examples. When I was a kid, you're going to hear a little bit of a replay here. I would stay awake all night reading. So I would be under the covers with my flashlight reading. And so then when my mom came to wake me up, I couldn't get up because I'd been up all night reading. So my mother decided, my mom was a working woman and she had to get out of the house at a certain time. So she started bringing me coffee in bed. I know, right? Sugar, cream, coffee. That's what she get me to get me out of bed. So I developed this love for sugary coffee in the morning. Like it was my thing. And I tried for a very long time to quit doing that. And finally one day I went, the truth is, and it wasn't that I think coffee is bad, because I like coffee and I don't think it's that bad. It's just starting my day with sugar. Like it just didn't seem like the right thing. So finally one day I went, okay, this is a habit. It is nothing more than a habit. So I need to treat it like a habit and change it. So, and we'll go through habits, I think, either this week or next week. But, in changing a habit, you can do a couple of things. You can either remove it or replace it, right? So I removed the sugar. I replaced it with stevia. I just stuck with it for 90 days because I was like, okay, for 90 days, this is what I have to do. Because it really does take about 90 days to switch a habit. Like a lot of times you'll hear, 4 weeks or whatever. Ingrained habits are they're like ruts in your brain, right? When you change them, if you can just go along with something new, but as soon as you even think about that old habit, you fall right back into the rut. So it takes a little while. So think about changing that habit for a 90-day period.